All right, welcome everybody. So this is the third video kind of in our series here this week on functional strength. So our functional strength items that we're worried about this week or that we're focused on progressing is our sit-up, our push-ups or our press-ups, and our body weight squats. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you should have already done a standard warm-up, locomotor, stationary warm-up, as well as adding in the core workout and the upper body workout. So push-ups and sit-ups. So this is kind of the last piece of that. So if you haven't already, take care of all of your warm-ups. So stationary, locomotor, sit-ups, push-ups, and now we're going to add the body weight squats here. So let's take a peek at this. And as with everything, no matter where your movement level is at, there's going to be variations that will work for you. So what I have set up here, you can use carpet if you don't have a mat, like and a wall is totally fine. But I just put this mat down here so that if I need to sit down on my bottom as I'm doing this, I can do that and it's not going to hurt me or anything. So if I'm doing my squat and I decide, oh, I got too low, I can't get myself out of it, I can just bail out and sit my bottom on the floor and then get up from there. Okay. So even though we've done our other pieces of our warm-up, I'm going to make sure that I have my legs loosened up. If you can do a knee pull, that's wonderful. If your range of motion just allows you to balance up right now, that's fine. But if you can interlace those fingers underneath the knee and give a little bit of a pull upwards, or at least a hold, then that's wonderful. So our goal here is to make sure that all of our leg muscles, calves, hamstrings, quads, hip flexors, glutes, all that stuff is up and ready to go. So I'm just doing marchers or Frankensteins right here, getting the blood flowing through the legs, even though I've already done my skips and my gallops. Little leg swing side to side. You can also do this on the wall if you want to hold something on the wall. Trying to loosen up the hips, make sure the knees, ankles, all my muscles are ready to rock and roll, so that I can hopefully have a little bit of success as I try these body weight squats. If you've done them before, great. If you haven't done them before, we're going to go ahead and give them a try. Going to get a nice wide stance and just slowly lean to one side. I'm going to make sure that my knee is not out over my toes, that my knee is equal to or behind my toes. And notice I'm not going super deep in any sort of side squat. I'm just kind of flowing side to side. I can do a little bit more and a little bit more as those muscles loosen up. And what I do not want as I'm doing my squat, this just looks goofy if you see it, but my knees are out in front of my toes. I don't want that. That's putting a bad orientation and a bad amount of weight and pressure on my knees. So instead of bending my knees, what you want to think about is dropping your hips in a chair. So when you're doing a self squat or a body weight squat, don't bend your knees. I'm not focused on bending my knees. I'm focused on this hip joint right here and dropping this hip joint down. Not bending my knees, dropping my hips to sit in a chair. That's kind of the idea here. So as you notice, I just have a very light squat there. If that's all that you're able to do or all that you want to do for the day is just a little touch of it, then that's fine. If you want to use the wall, you can hold on to a wall. Maybe go a little bit deeper. And I'm not dropping, I'm controlling my weight going down, I'm controlling my weight coming up. And as I'm doing these, I'm just trying to work a touch further. If you can do full deep squats to that 90-degree angle, you're welcome to do that. Just make sure your knees are behind your toes, as we talked about, and trying to keep somewhat of a straight back. So notice my back is in this position. I don't want my back coming out here, all just kind of parallel to the ground. I want it perpendicular to the ground if I can, or at the same angle as my shin bone here. Cool. If I want to use the wall, I can use the wall, and I'm going to walk out my feet slowly until my back or bottom starts to slide on the wall. Then I'm going to controlled slide myself down. Again, if I fall out of it or it gets too hard, I can just bail out and sit on my bottom on the soft carpet or the mat there. I can use my hands in the beginning on my legs, not on my knees, on my legs to help me out. If you need to fall out and sit on your bottom, then that's totally fine. Going to bring you over and show you the other side angle here. So you can hold these wall sits. You can just do 10 body squats. If you're already ready to rock and roll, then that's cool. But this is just the progression. So if you're beginning and you're like, geez, a body weight squat, how am I supposed to do that? That's why we have all these progressions. If you can do our basic locomotor movements, you can do a body weight squat, even if it's not all the way down with your bottom on the floor. I can't do that, maybe to a 90-degree angle. And then that's all good. So I'm going to use the wall here. This is a nice move. It gives me a lot of control as a player or as a mover on how I want to interact with the movements. Okay? So I'm going to slide my feet out until my bottom starts to slide. Then I'm going to try and control that weight coming down, control that weight coming down. Then if I can stop, I pause, and I can lift myself up out of it. Press from my feet and lift myself up out of it. Awesome. If I'm there and I can't lift myself up out of it, I am welcome to finish that slide all the way to the bottom, and I can use my sit-ups or my get-ups to get up and go ahead and try that again right there, okay? Cool. Right on. So those are our body weight squats. Super, super important functional strength piece. Again, functional strength is our body's ability to handle itself. So today the workout is take care of your stationary warm-ups, take care of your locomotor warm-ups, take care of your sit-ups, push-ups, all the warm-ups that are affiliated with that. So you're all loose, ready to rock and roll. Snooze that. And then work this body weight squat progression and see where you're at with that, okay? See if you can get in some wall sits, see if you can challenge yourself with it. We'll have kind of a workout with doing 5 or 10 as we go along, but just want you to get familiar with where you're at on the progression. So as we move forward, you can do what feels good to you and what is right for you as you continue to grow as a mover and progress as a mover. All right, get to it. I'll catch you next time.